Hi! This is the last video of the last Guardian that I am making. This is an OutsiderXE campaign. We've finished the campaign, presumably. We're going to watch the epilogue now. I don't know if there will be any gameplay. We'll find out. Lothar and his crew had left the former apprentice beneath the citadel. Khadgar gathered up the physical remains of Medivh, Moros, and Cook and buried them all in the graveyard behind the tower. Dude, this guy's old. He shouldn't be doing this stuff. Don't know if those were bats or crows, but either way. Click on him, quick! I can see you now, you know. How long have you been able to see me? I have felt bits of you as long as I have been here. From my first day. How long have you been there? Most of an evening. The dawn is coming up here. Here as well. Perhaps that is why we can talk. You are a vision, but different than any I've seen before. We can see each other and converse. Are you future or past? Future. Do you know who I am? Your form is different than when I last saw you. You are younger and calmer, but yes, I know. I thought I just buried you. You did. At least you buried much of what was the worst about me. And now you're back. Or you will be back. Different but the same. In many ways, I was never here the first time around. More's the pity. So what are you in the future? Magus? Guardian? Demon? Be reassured, I am a better being than I was. I am free of the taint of Sargeras thanks to your actions this day. Now I may deal directly with the Lord of the Burning Legion. Thank you. There cannot be successes without sacrifice. Or there cannot be success, excuse me. Sacrifice. Tell me this then, Ghost of the Future. Is all that we have seen true? Will Stormwind truly fall? Will Garona slay King Lane? Must I die in this aged flesh, in some nether-spawned land? As long as there are Guardians, there is order. As long as there is order, the parts that are there to be played. Decisions made millennia ago set both your path and mine. It is part of a greater cycle, one that has held us all in its sway. Fucking Xel'Naga bullshit, get it out of here. Perhaps there should be no Guardians then, if this has been the price. Agreed, but for the moment, for your moment, we must all play our part. We must all pay this price. And then, when we have the chance, we will start anew. Can I at least level up? Since I clicked on him? Get a point? I couldn't click on him. And so we start anew. And he turns into a crow and flies into the camera, screaming, "Ah!" What a campaign. Alright, now we're at the credits. So, pretty short cutscene, obviously, but there's Outsider. That's his natural habitat. That's what he usually wears. He walks around. I don't know. It's definitely a different experience, and I guess a more consistent one overall, since the whole point was to be somewhat gimmicky in a way. I think that the main source of criticism that I have over this is that it's not consistent within its own mechanics as much as I would like it to be, especially in the 6th map, Flight. I noticed that a lot of stuff was happening like that. Anytime we would have random spells disabled, I thought that was a little weird. For example, there's a really simple solution in the mission where we meet Garona, and we have to chase her around. We get Flame Strike, and Flame Strike holy shit, it remains, but your inventory and your haste are disabled because Outsider didn't want you to catch up to her for some reason. What could have happened is that whenever Khadgar uses haste, Garona wind walks or gets some other sort of speed boost. And if you do have a speed potion in your inventory, she steals it from you. And this, like, establishes more of Garona's character, and it's more of Garona, like, countering your abilities. And it's stuff like that that's relatively simple to take care of without just gimmickly removing your abilities and, you know, changing the game rules for no reason, right? What should happen is, whatever mechanics and rules that we have to use in the first couple of missions, they should build upon each other, they should evolve as time goes on, but it should just be our execution. For something like for example, okay, Zerg here, question mark? That's spooky. For something like... There's probably supposed to be some epic rock music playing or something right now. But for something like Thank you for playing. You can visit me at my blog to find out more information and links to my other projects. See you in StarCraft 2. I get it. This was the last Warcraft 3 campaign he completed before he made Shadow of the Xel'Naga. So, what I will say is that, like, we should just be using our existing abilities in ways to solve puzzles. We shouldn't have, like, abilities removed, and, like, it's fine to include new abilities or have levels up or whatever. Like, the spellbook was obviously like that, where we just got new abilities for it. I don't know. It's not as consistent as I would have liked it to be, and I'm thinking that there are ways to make it more consistent. So, I don't know when Outsiders update is planned, but I will, I don't know. I don't know if I'll end up replaying something like this, because it's not really my style, as I probably mentioned a few too many times for my liking in the throughout the campaign. But the core identity of the campaign, I feel like, could use some consistency updates. So I don't know what exactly Outsider plans to do with his updates or what he's expecting, but I'm looking forward to seeing some quality of life changes, if nothing else, to some of the missions. So I think that really, really sets it up. The breaking of a mage, I'm glad that the mechanic that was just added in, where you're fighting with, like, arrow keys and stuff, I'm glad that that was added in for like, it was used again with Medivh, but it wasn't really particularly challenging. Like, rote memorization of hard counter moves to counter other moves is, like, sort of boring to me, but I like that it was at least consistent throughout the entire level. That was neat. And I don't know. There's that mission, I felt like it was about as fitting of a conclusion as you can get, where you're really not doing a whole lot of freeform combat. You're mostly just doing this puzzle stuff, and I guess it made sense for what this campaign was. So I don't know. I thought I would have more to say, but I guess not really. So it seems like Outsider has figured out what he wants to do with these missions in terms of updating them after my playthrough. So I hope that my feedback has been helpful in that regard. And I will see you guys next week for some more Warcraft 3 stuff. So bye.